Hey guys, Crystal and Shadow here, back with Steven Universe, and this time it's Bismuth.
Well, that was interesting.
By the way, did you notice it was double size?
Damn.
What? You thought that was 10 minutes?
That was... I didn't even think about it. I was like, that was a big episode, but okay.
Yeah, because if we had been watching it on the computer, you would have noticed it go past 4 parts, but here, we had the DVD.
Glad I found the DVD.
Yeah. But yeah, that was interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I don't have anything against this episode except for the placement, which we'll get to when we see the next episodes.
Ah, right, because you said the other episodes line up, which made me think this episode was bad. It's not. It's just kind of disconnected from everything.
It's just that the next episode would make much more sense if it came after the previous one.
Fair enough. But hey, we met another gem.
Yeah. And it's funny because Steven joked, usually when I meet a new gem, they try to kill me. And then she did.
That's true.
Oh, and my favourite joke, when Amethyst mentioned she used the same joke twice, and Steven said it'll be really funny when she says it a third time. And then the third time she said a Bismuth joke was when things got dark.
Okay. Well, okay, hang on. I believe you're right. Is there, with the exception of the main three, is there any gems who hasn't tried to kill Steven?
I don't know.
Lapis did at one point.
Lapis tried to drown everyone.
Yeah.
And I guess Peridot... Well, yes, she shot lasers in friendship and said, die, 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 die.
Oh, yeah. And then and the rest have just always been evil, like Jasper.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And now we've got Bismuth, which... They've bubbled her, which means we probably haven't seen the last of her.
Well, yeah, because, like Steven said, we never kill anyone, because shattering is killing.
Yeah. But now we know who made Connie's sword.
Yeah. Well, it was Rose's sword, but yeah.
Connie's sword, Rose's sword.
Maybe one day Connie will get her own sword.
No.
No?
It should be a gift. She gets Rose's sword. You know, a gift from Steven's mother, that shows a big connection for you.
It's like giving the family wedding ring.
Exactly.
Okay. But anyway, we learned a bit more about Rose's past as well, because once Bismuth thought Steven was Rose, she said, we were here. It's like the same thing happened twice. Bismuth probably showed Rose the breaking point, and Rose, just like Steven, said, no, I don't want to use that because I don't want to shatter anyone. Bismuth even said her sword was made to destroy the physical form, but never the gem. So Rose's sword is specifically made to only poof them and never shatter.
Exactly. Although, to be fair... So, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I would assume... Okay, I would assume that the, the main... the main gems... The not crystal gems...
Yeah, the big bads, whatever.
Yeah, I would assume they have weapons like that too. I'm sure they've shattered people before.
Oh, definitely. The big bads, yes, they just shatter. Remember in the Ruby and Sapphire flashback...
Oh, yeah, because it's like a form of execution.
You will be broken for this.
Yeah, because it's like a form of execution to them.
Yes, how dare you fuse with a member of my court? They were going to shatter Ruby.
Exactly.
Because rubies are expendable. She said, there's tons of me. Whereas she wasn't going to shatter Sapphire because she's more rare. So shattering is a form of punishment for the more common gems. If a pearl acts up, just shatter it. We can get a new one.
Works for me.
Whereas if a Sapphire acted up, I don't know, it's a bit different.
Well, we'll find out one day. Our Ruby will get shattered and we'll just find a new Ruby and make a new Garnet.
Well, we've met 5 of them.
Exactly. Wait, what happens if all 5 of them fuse and then fuse with Sapphire? Do we just get like a super... Oh, it won't be because it's way more Ruby than Sapphire.
Yeah, it won't really be Garnet.
Oh, well, we'll see them one day. I don't know soon, but I know we will see them one day.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see them
But
again.
yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. It's always, like I said, always tricky to figure out what I think of a gem-only episode, because usually gem-only episodes are more plot-relevant.
Yeah. I like looking at it from each different character's perspective. Like, Pearl and Garnet went nuts for Bismuth because she was an old friend. And then there's just Amethyst, like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because Amethyst is only like 5,000 years old.
Okay, so Amethyst, so the creation of the Amethysts started 6,000 years ago. But our Amethyst took 500 years
Okay.
to come out.
Wait, but that predates her, because I believe they said this big war or whatever was 5,300 years ago.
Yes, exactly.
So Amethyst was still around, but she wasn't connected to the crystal gems.
Oh, no. Amethyst, came out after whatever happened to all the other crystal gems.
But they said it was 5,300 years ago. That whatever happened.
Then I'm getting mistaken about when Amethyst came out.
You must be.
Yes, because remember, something happened to all the other team members, leaving only Rose, Garnet, Pearl safe, and Bismuth safe in a bubble. At that point, Bismuth was already in the bubble in Lion.
Yes, and
Amethyst was safe because she was still in her hole.
Bismuth said that was 5,000, or Pearl said it's been 5,300 years since all this happened.
Yes, okay.
But-
I am
so
not
you're-
sure when Amethyst came out, but she came out after that.
Okay then, that's That's why I thought it was
Sorry.
5,000 years ago.
Yeah, I tend to... We all get mixed up on the timeline here, but I know what came after what, at least.
Well,
We also know that Ruby and Sapphire met 5,750 years ago.
yeah, which means it wasn't that long that they've... Because Pearl's the oldest of all them,
Yeah,
and then there's Garnet, and then there's a big war, then there's Amethyst.
yeah. Yeah, the big war ended when the diamonds did something that destroyed all the crystal gems except Rose kept Pearl and Garnet safe, and Bismuth was safe because they already had that scene she mentioned where she got
Which
bubbled.
raises a question, and I'm sure we'll get more answers as we go into it, is how many original crystal gems were there?
Oh, quite a lot. We don't know exactly how many,
Which
but...
means the star just doesn't make sense. The star makes sense with the team we've got because it's 5 if you count Garnet as 2.
Oh, yeah.
But the star is their logo, but there's been more than that.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, they weren't wearing stars in the flashback, so when I first watched the show up to a certain point, I thought maybe they started wearing stars to match Steven, and Steven got the star shirt from Greg. But now we know that original Crystal Gems wore stars as well.
Yeah, that
So-
feels like a continuity error.
plus,
Hang on, so you're saying in the episodes where we're seeing, like, the Greg flashbacks, you're saying the younger ones weren't wearing them?
maybe they weren't wearing them because Homeworld wasn't much of a threat at that point. I don't know.
Maybe? I don't know.
But they would have gotten the star from Rose because I said they weren't wearing stars, but Rose still had a star-shaped hole in her dress.
Yeah. Whatever. 7.
Yeah, I was going to say 7.
It was an interesting episode,
Yeah,
but it's
it's
nothing.
got some-
But it wasn't one I was going to love. And once again, I want to look up the voice actor of what's her name.
Yeah. Her
But-
name is Uzo something.
Whatever, I'll look it up later. What's the next episode?
It is called Beta.
Well, we will find out what that means. It could mean anything.
I know exactly what it means.
Okay. Next episode, we'll find out what beta means. See you next time, guys.
See you next time.